expecting her to. She's that tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can start up with a recap and we'll get going.
All right, so we good?
Previously on X-Men.
Right. Okay, so last time on D&D Shadow Under the Mountain, Glimmer and Torque had been out to see Radzikiel to talk about his docent that was starting to exert some influence, even though it was active/not active. Radzikiel had tried to touch it and arced some lightning, and then it gave kind of a map to Torque's brain. We went home to talk about it, summoned Del and Lyra from their training grounds, and grabbed Eventide from upstairs. Torque finally explains how old he is, and his mark, I think it was on his shoulder, that indicates his giant keeper, owner, ancestry, whatever, and all the bad things that they did. And where he woke up and gained, I guess, sentience and whatever, pull out a map of Zendrick, which is where it was pinging, which is where he escaped from. We talked about some travel options and eventually decided to teleport to Sharn, in which we went to a House Larandar place and rented an airship. On our airship trip, we... I forget what it was, but it was supposed to be a 3-day trip or something on our way to Stormreach. And on one of the days, we get attacked by a dragon. It was the shadowy dragon with some sort of demon rider with a cool, wicked-looking axe and 2 giant mosquito monster things that were riding underneath the dragon. And yeah, that was an interesting fight. And I think that was roughly where we left off.
I just want to say real quick, when you were explaining that, you said there was a map pinging to Torque's brain, and I knew what you meant, but I interpreted it as it was a map pinging to where Torque's brain actually is located, which is not in him.
I think his brain is in him.
Yeah. I just thought it was really funny.
Oh, Torque has a different beard today.
Oh my
Damn it,
god.
I'm gonna have to rewrite this entire whole arc now.
So yeah, I think we were we might have had another long rest or something, maybe we did leave off right after the encounter. I'm not actually sure.
We left off right at the end of the fight, but all the enemies dissolved into nothingness, and they were off the side of the ship when they did, so nothing was left behind. So
I think you told us to go ahead and take a long rest, which is why I switched out the Sabretooth thingy, and I'm back to full health again, I believe.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, you will get a long rest before anything else happens. So if you took a long rest, it's not a problem.
I must have, because I don't have any spell slots used.
Yeah, the mosquito guys sucked because they did damage, and then they also reduced your max hit points by how much they did damage.
It was what?
It was terrible.
Set 20 a hit or something?
Well, there were 2 damage types, and then I think the necrotic damage was how much the max damage health was reduced. I was like, fuck.
Max damage.
They are nasty.
For the catch-up.
Though I don't think the dragon was actually nearly as potent as I was initially concerned about. Is one of your cats trying to steal your pizza?
No, she was passing through, and then like as she was going, she stopped and looked, and I was like, no. And then she went down to the bed, and I was about to put the pizza back down, but then her tail flicked back over the edge of the table, which is why I pulled it back up again. I was like, oh my god.
Can I possibly get a token on this map if we're continuing to use it, please? And is Ali's cat overboard or just a placeholder in the way?
Placeholder out in the nothingness.
Cool.
From when we were fighting.
Thank you.
Yep. I'll just move it out of the way even further.
Yeah, I just saw her over the side. I was like, it can fly now? It flies now.
There.
It sprouted wings. You missed it. Wasn't in the notes.
There's a Virgil token on the map.
Thank you.
And for Virgil, the square tokens are various crew members. They have names. If you hover over them, they should be working for you
I
guys.
got it. Thank you.
They're working for me today.
No idea why they weren't working last time. I literally have not changed a thing.
Did one of the... Oh, no. I just missed where the other token was. I was like, I knew there were 3.
Yeah, one of them is unfortunately green, which goes along with the health colors. So
Sorry, I see a note from the DM of heavy rain or heavy snowfall.
is that what that button did?
Well, clearly we're going to a jungle, and so there's a magical flower somewhere that's going to tell us the weather.
This is not Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh, okay.
This is a totally different, completely unique jungle.
Though, fun fact, that is actually a recommendation of people who want to run Tomb of Annihilation in Eberron, is to use it in Zendrick.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I'm also being very snide about the totally unique and completely different jungle, because I'm definitely going to be reusing concepts.
Sure.
Hey, maybe we'll find frost giants again.
I mean, it is Zendrick, Land of the Giants.
Yeah.
We'll just see a rock with like a half skeleton buried into it. If you remember, you remember.
Unless there's something anybody wanted to do with the rest of the day, after that combat, the rest of the day would pass without event,
Bruce.
and you'd all get a long rest.
Great.
So if you haven't taken one already, you can take it now.
Hello.
And yeah, if you had that drain reduction, I think it was just one of you got hit by
Yeah,
it.
it was
That
just
recovers
Harley.
over a long rest. That's fine.
What is in your eye?
And you'll be awoken in the morning with crashes of thunder, as you're currently flying through a massive storm.
Did Lyra end up going and taunting those kids after the battle?
Oh, absolutely.
Where were they during the fight?
They got
knocked out.
They got
Oh.
knocked
got
out
droned.
from the drone from the mosquito people.
Nice.
It was literally everyone but us.
And I'm
Because we all had
absolutely,
awesome
like-
con saves or
Yeah,
whatever.
I was like, I'm absolutely like, oh, I think you need to work on your constitution. Here, drink more.
It'll put hairs on your chest.
They're very visibly upset, but also way too fucking scared of you to do anything about it.
I view that as success.
Oh, because they got knocked out so quickly too, they probably have no idea that the dog turned into a saber-toothed tiger.
No, they have no clue.
As far as they're concerned, there was a thump on the side of the boat, there was a loud droning sound, and they fell asleep. And then they woke up and everything was over. And there's no trace of combat up on the decks. So,
Yeah. Amazing.
other than falling unconscious randomly, it seems really weird to them that anything really happened.
Well, did the crew on top, they at least saw the stuff as it was coming in, though.
Yeah, because at least
Yeah.
the captain or someone called out, "Dragon!"
Yeah. So it wasn't like we totally made everything up and are collaborating. The crew did see something at least.
No, the captain was absolutely panicking until the Jasmines hit the deck and droned everybody to sleep.
I didn't take the spell. I almost did. But I am the correct class to make someone think whatever it is that I want.
Memory
Love.
modification.
Yes, love.
Yeah, with the heavy rainfall, Glimmer will largely bunker down under the deck.
Same.
Yep. Deck is not friendly for a four-legged doggy.
So refresh my memory on the lower deck. Are we all in like a shared bunk space
Mm-mm.
or individual rooms or
So
shared
they're
rooms?
tiny little spaces with like a bed and a little tiny chair and a porthole, and that's about it. And then there's like common space.
These are still luxury accommodations, so you can think of like this is like glorified Learjet kind of thing. Like your seats aren't huge, and you don't have like spacious accommodations, but what you do have is very comfortable.
Okay. I just couldn't remember if we had our own rooms or not. So
You do.
If
It's just enough for like a narrow cot and a wash basin, and like a place to put your belongings. But that's anything else would have to go into the hold. But it's
no,
serviceable.
perfect. So I'd be in my room reading a book. And Ada would be like curled around like the cat Moon over my head, like looking over my shoulder, reading the same book, only you hear her like she's reading it out loud, as if just because she wants to be annoying. So if you walked by my room, that you would hear Ada reading, and I'm staring at the book. And I'm like laid back, like I've got like one knee bent and my foot crossed over the knee, like just total teenager chilling.
And everyone has their own little porthole in their room. So like if you're looking outside, like it is so dark, even though on some level that it's early morning and it should be relatively bright, it still looks like it's dusk. And all you can see up or down is just black, gray clouds, and then every now and then massive bolts of lightning that cover the entire sphere around you as you're flying through this.
I assume the common area doesn't have like a fireplace or anything like that, right?
No, there are like there's the equivalent of like a steam pipe basically though. So some of the engine systems pass hot air through that for other purposes, but they run it through the passenger cabin as a heater.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd probably just be hanging out in the common area then.
Eventually where is Torque?
So I was
He's
eating a
chewing.
Cheeto.
Also with chopsticks.
No, I just strapped the bag to my face like a feed bag. Torque would be under in the belly also because lightning storm metal. He doesn't really want to be out there.
See, I've just posted an alternative theory and think we should stand outside and see if we get supercharged off it.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Like I was saying, you seen that episode where Bender gets hit in Futurama by lightning?
And his lower half gets melted. Yep.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Torque, once we land, do you know where we're going? I mean, I know we need to go further south and into the continent, but you've been to this city before. Do you have a plan?
I was here 17 years ago, I vaguely remember my path to Stormreach from my cold storage, but anything could have changed in 17 years.
Of course. There's just all of the things that I've ever heard or read about this place is, more or less a mystery. And since you had passed through it, I know you indicated that it changed, but anything to prepare us. You had mentioned drow. Are they prevalent? Very, very common?
They were, in the central to northern area, at least, around Obsidian City. I know they were fairly dense there.
And you said that they were more or less slaves or did the giants' bidding, but with many of the giants gone or all gone, I guess the question is, are they going to be belligerent?
When are drow not belligerent?
I've never encountered one.
Oh. Yeah, typically they try to subdue if you're lucky or kill you. And then either have one of their magic users pull information out of your corpse, or just send you to the side to be, carrion for whatever wildlife.
Okay. Are in the map, are these settlements, are these the only one that we just know about, or are there other things that we should be worried about?
I would say we should be worried about the entire continent.
Great.
But again, I don't know what has changed in the last 17 years, or frankly the however many millennia it was that I was in storage. I have no clue what changed. We believe that was over 30,000 years.
Okay.
I will say, so the Zendrick that you remember from the before times was very densely populated and very much built up. So there were still like patches of nature here and there and all that, but it was a very highly built and highly structured empire. So solid roads everywhere, lots of buildings that were, and cities and towns and all that were all over the place, and all giant size, of course. So even the jungles were more or less cultured rather than just left wild. And that was clearly not the case when you came out.
So many things changed. And to not repeat, I will pass that along, that how everything was and how it was when I snuck my way out. But I wasn't sticking around to investigate. I was just trying to keep my not literal hide intact.
I suppose the question begs asking, we know a general place from where you pointed on the map to go, but do you think it's worth possibly seeing if we might need a guide or something? Someone who's more familiar with this continent?
It would not be a negative. Like I said, everything I know is outdated by tens of millennia, so any knowledge I have is almost assuredly useless to us.
And clearly, groups send people down here for treasures or trade or whatnot, so I have to assume locals know more than we do. Okay, I suppose we can ask around once we land, then. Are you nervous going back?
Slightly less now that you have told me that the giants don't exist in the numbers that they used to. So the odds of my recapture are lower than I would have expected. But it is, as far as I know, not a friendly area.
What are your thoughts of going back to where you awoke to see if there are others that could be saved?
I wouldn't be against it. Any who would have awoken probably would have also attempted to escape.
Do you know what it would take to wake a Warforged?
I have no idea how I awoke. I think it has something to do with the docent.
Is this conversation happening in a public space where we're all present?
Yeah, I was gonna poke my head up, like, wait, where's Virgil? Virgil!
For what it's worth, I have no idea either. And as we have learned, my awakenings seem to be rather different an experience.
It seems as if somethings have a level of control over that. Perhaps there is some sort of ancient technology here that could help or contribute towards that. I know that's not primarily why we're here, but...
Are you wearing your Shield Guardian amulet?
I am, but I do not have the Shield Guardian with me.
No. Virgil just points to it and says, "It may be that there are devices in this world, not too dissimilar to this one around your neck, but without the necessity of control, merely the ability to switch on, and perhaps switch off."
I suppose at some point when we have the time, I could, with either your permission, look into some of this. I don't know how or where Warforged are truly made, but given sentience, I don't think this is the same thing, holding up the amulet. This is a magical bond artificially created, controlled.
Considering you have already opened my head like a walnut, I have no objections to this investigation. I am most curious myself.
Though I feel like it's a bit of a puzzle without knowing what the end result is supposed to look like. I can put pieces together, perhaps, but every artist has a different interpretation when you say, draw a person. If it's along the way, then I think it might be worth the stop, but I'm mostly just hoping along our journey that your docent doesn't cause problems as we get closer towards the place it showed you.
I turn to talk with like cocked head slightly. You're what now?
My docent?
I have no idea what you are speaking of.
He'll pop his chest cavity open, and there's just an orb in his chest.
Curious. I didn't know you could do that. And I'm going to see if I have a way to pop open my own chest cavity.
Just thinking about it causes your chest cavity to pop open.
This is mortifying. I was unaware I could do that.
You also notice there seems to be what looks like a socket, very similar to the one in Torque's chest, but yours is empty.
Can you pop open your head too?
Yes, you've done that one before.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's where you found the coin.
Uh-huh.
I
What
believe
about your
one...
arm? Does your arm open?
Yeah,
That's
my
where
arm
he's-
opens because that's where my weapon goes.
No, I mean open. Not like...
Oh. We are not turning me into like a full Transformer set here, folks. Okay?
I'm curious! I'm watching this whole thing!
He doesn't want a multi-class druid, leave him alone.
There's a whole druid subclass in one of
Mhm.
the Ebron books just for doing mechanized wild shape.
Could be a Dinobot.
You remember the first Iron Man film? When the suits all coming together and it like expands and contracts in like different places as it's like zooming up him. It's starting to feel like that. Well, if anybody needs a small storage space for a while, I have one available.
Perhaps if we figure out Torque's docent, there might be others that could be helpful for you as well. I don't know how rare these are.
I'm just thinking right now we literally have a concealed smuggling space.
Well, like, could a person fit inside you?
No.
I mean,
That big?
technically, all of you have a concealed smuggling space.
Yeah. I'm only 2 foot 2. Like...
It's
Of
just a
varying
small.
sizes.
Yeah. No. I'm thinking more. You could probably put like a small knife or something in there.
Perhaps then, Virgil, while this wasn't your mission, we might find answers about you as well. Because clearly, Warforged are not only out of character. We are how many years now past the last war? Like 30 or 50?
I think I got the timeline wrong. I think it's actually like 10,000 years.
Past
think
the
40,000.
last war?
Oh wait, no, the last war. It was about 25 years.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like,
I was thinking about
on.
the big giant war. No.
Okay.
Yes, there was a secret massive time jump.
Yep, got it. We're clearly wrong that House Kenneth created all of you 30 years ago.
I would say very wrong.
I have already expressed my interest in this. I am more than happy to continue to do so. Though I realize that the answers we seek are not for me, I may find some information on the way that is useful.
Torque, if your docent starts influencing you in a way that you're uncomfortable, please don't keep that to yourself.
What if
Okay.
he can't let us know?
Then we might be in trouble.
So far, I've been aware of its influence and able to communicate that.
What has it influenced you to do? I know you said efficiency, but I don't understand.
There are actions you can take that sometimes you have the option between the right answer and the direct answer. Think about you're in a building and you're in a room
Mm-hmm.
and you want to go to the next room.
Walk to the next room.
Okay, but there's a wall. So you can either go through the door, which takes you into other rooms to circle around, or you can go through the wall.
Are you a ghost?
You don't need to be a ghost. You just have
Go
to
through
ask
a wall?
You just have to ask the wall to open.
What?
You know I
The
can do
wizard
that.
answer.
You know I can do that, right?
What?
Or
In the same way that
alternative-
you think it's very awkward that I talk to plants and the plants speak back.
Yes, that's not normal. I keep telling
can-
you that.
And I can do that with inanimate things too. You just have to learn to talk to things.
If I may, I believe Torque means to literally run through the wall. And
Yes.
not leave it intact.
Like, crash through it?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. That makes more sense. Glimmer, you hurt my brain.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you later.
Let's use a more direct example. Let's say there's a person, and this
Uh-huh.
person may at some point become a liability to you. You can work with that person, or eliminate the possible future threat. The direct
That's
option is eliminate the future threat.
You don't know it will be a future threat.
That's where my calculations come in and say that it will be.
But you're not... What's the thing where you know the future? You're not that.
I
Clairvoyant.
can cast a spell to do that too.
Oh my god.
It is not about knowing the
Damn it,
future.
Bruce.
It is calculating probability.
Yes, but probability isn't guaranteed. Something could have a very small likelihood of happening, and it can still happen.
Correct. However, you plan to act around the 95%, not the 5%.
Or you make plans for both.
If your plan for the 95% eliminates the 5%, it becomes the better option.
I don't know. That just seems weird, but okay.
Regardless, I know in a, I suppose you would say, moral sense that working with the person and trying to figure out their problem is the proper answer.
Mm-hmm.
The docent is influencing me towards the direct answer, which is eliminate any possibility of a threat.
What if you're wrong and their problem isn't their problem, it's your problem? You're the one with the problem.
If I follow the influence of the docent, it's still their problem.
Should we try taking it out? It seems bad.
You can try to, but I've never been able to remove it, and it zapped Ezekiel when he tried to touch it.
Well, Ezekiel said that the docent didn't like him.
Interesting.
I mean, that makes sense.
Can I poke it?
If you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm curious.
Feels like an unusually warm metal ball.
I don't get electric shock.
No particular reaction, no.
How big is it?
Like golf ball sized.
Oh.
Or between that and a baseball, something like that.
Yeah. I try to like grab onto it like with my mouth, like a ball, you know, and try and pull it.
Seems pretty securely attached to Torque.
Now you have to push, then twist.
Well, yeah, it didn't zap me, but it doesn't. It seems to be pretty attached. Oh, wait, was it this campaign where somebody got their hand glued to a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay.
That was
I want to
Torque.
make sure I
That was
wasn't
also
jumping
Torque.
capies first. Wait. What if it
Things
needs...
just keep adhering themselves to me.
Remember when your hand got stuck on the thing? What if it needs what we did to get that off?
I really doubt they glued a docent into me.
Why not?
Why would they glue it in?
To keep it in.
That's actually not a bad thought. If someone is unable to remove it, then
While my chest cavity's open, like I'm gonna try and like look down, even though it kind of can't quite see fully in, and just see like if there's anything like a screw at the back or how it would attach in, or is it literally just plug a ball in? And the DM is now looking up how docents attached
No.
to walls.
Exploring the insides of his chest. Yes. At least
mean,
there's no gore.
Yeah, there's no living organs here. It's yeah.
you all are bigots. Warforged are considered equal now.
I'm only half paying attention, so you're fine.
I mean, technically, all of you, both you and Torque, are alive.
I mean, you are, but there's no like viscera, is what I meant.
For certain types of viscera, like who knows what, like you have like little weird membranes and stuff. They have weird
Yeah.
little chains and doohickeys and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there like where a docent should be? Is there anything it like latches into or attaches to or is secured by, or is it just literally a space where it would fit?
It doesn't look like there's anything you would necessarily attach to it. It doesn't look unfinished, but there is a small place where something round could theoretically be placed.
And it just fits in like a snug fit, and that's it.
I mean, you don't have a docent handy to try it with, but
Yeah. Okay.
Limber, didn't you have solvent for that?
No, what we had investigated was the glue, not the ability to remove it.
How did we get his hand off? I don't even remember.
Strength, because there wasn't
Oh.
much left.
Oh.
It was just
okay.
the remnants.
Hmm. Well, I still think it's glued.
It's entirely possible, but we don't have a way to do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could always try to, if it is in there magically, try to remove any enchantment that might be holding it, but I don't have high hopes that that's necessarily what's it. But I also, again, don't know enough about Warforged to begin to guess.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go back to laying down.
I will
Yes.
close my chest because I'm feeling somewhat exposed.
Well, I think we only have one more day, and don't know. Perhaps along the way we can take some more time to see what this docent may be capable of. I'll have to think of some tests to learn more about it, or probe it, or I don't know. I'll just need to think. And I'll go like sit next to Torque and open up a notebook, and I'll occasionally be staring off into the middle of nowhere thinking, and then occasionally writing something.
He's just kind of holding his beard out of the way of his chest cavity so that if you want to glance or whatever, but he is just kind of staring off into nothingness, and his eyes flicker every now and then.
Are you not wearing your goggles?
Yeah, I am.
No, what I meant was, would we be able to see it?
Also, what is your beard today? Is it
Roots.
just different colored cable? Roots, okay.
Yeah, the goggles, they show green, but they're illuminated by the glow of the eyes, so they would flicker with the eyes.
Cool.
was there anything anyone else wanted to do with the rest of this particular day?
When in the evening, when everyone's gone to bed, Virgil's just going to find a chair to sit in. And he's just going to, like, when there's no one around, he's just going to spend that entire night thinking about various body parts that could open and close. Just to see if there's anything else about him he does not know yet.
As it turns out, a lot of your body could actually pop open. There's not a lot of space inside it. Like, it just provides access to various parts of you, but yeah, you can pop open your thigh, your lower leg. Your back, though, you can't really do anything with it.
Virgil finds himself both mortified and horrifically amused by this at the same time. Kind of like when a kid learns that, like, it can do things with his body.
That the rest of the day will pass with the storm carrying on into the night. And anybody who needs another long rest can take one, and we'll open up the next morning on a nice, bright, sunny, relatively balmy day. Still a little brisk because you're way up in the sky, but a little bit warmer than it has been up until now.
Are we in, below, or above the cloud line?
Generally above the clouds.
Okay.
It's like when there are no clouds. Like today, there are no clouds, so you actually can't actually see down to the water.
I was just
But
curious.
during the storm, you couldn't see anything below you, other than cloud.
I was going to say, can lightning shoot upward?
Oh yeah,
I did not know this.
they actually had a shot that was captured from the space station just a few weeks ago of the largest upfiring lightning bolt that's ever been detected.
Technically,
Super
all
wide Googles.
lightning is shooting upwards. It
Yeah.
starts from the ground. Like the slow-mo
It's-
ones always initiate from ground up.
It's usually from the ground to the clouds. This was from
Yeah.
the clouds to space.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
amazing.
Holy
Even
hell, that
crazy.
looks cool.
Huh.
I've
Yeah.
just seen it. That is an amazing shot. It looks like a giant pilot light. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. But good to know, because I was like, if we're above the clouds, then surely it's safe to go out on deck. Turns out, nope.
Cool.
You weren't here yesterday. If you're going up on deck, there are little ropes with clips on them, and they're telling everybody like if you're going to be on deck, clip a belt to one of the rails because there's rails running all over the place,
Mhm.
so that you won't get blown off by winds or anything.
How does that
anything
work
like
for Dell?
I'm thinking it doesn't, which is why I'm pretty much
Do you have a
staying
harness?
under unless like the boat stops.
Hey, pickle.
We did not think to get a dog harness when we were in town.
So we just
You
grab
did
a
not have a
belt
collar.
and use it as a quick
I have
collar.
tons of rope.
Mm.
I can easily make a slip harness. It's fine. Figure eight, done.
I don't know how good is Lyra with her knots and all that.
We can
Oh.
rely on Virgil for that.
What if Dell ties a rope around her, then shifts into dog form?
I think it would just like in that case I wouldn't be able to like sublimate it into me. It would just still be
Oh.
around me.
I was going to say, there's just this random cord just vanishes into the fur.
Yeah, I don't think so. Also sounds incredibly painful if I like fell or anything.
I'm a little bit worried that one of the first places in the north that you reach is called Last Chance.
That's what I said last week.
L-
What-
Last
Chance
Chance
what?
is the last place that you can stay at an inn, basically.
Okay, I was like, is this the last chance to go back to where you came from before you?
It is
No,
the last.
People from Corvair are trying to establish themselves in Zendrick, so Stormreach is the main site that they've established as an actual town. They're trying to build all that. Barrel Cove is another little town further to the north. Last Chance is the furthest south actual settlement that's stayed there, so that's the last chance you have for like a hot meal and a roof over your head before you're off into the jungles and into the deep and dealing with whatever the denizens down there are doing.
I assume Obsidian City is a ruins then.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Depends
Sil's
what your
character goes-
Eberron is.
Well, also, Sil's character knows a little bit about it because he came to himself near there. So, like, it was a city for the giants, and it is in ruins from that, but it is also very much still a city inhabited by drow.
Inhabited by...
Drow.
Okay. Okay.
In Eberron lore, the drow were a slave race for the giants, and through a rebellion to cast them off, eventually. And they're the main denizens of Zendrick, as in terms of population, but they're also not particularly friendly to outsiders. But I'll leave that mostly to you talking to people in Stormreach to figure out.
When a drow-friendly period?
In the 10 towns.
Never been.
Well, in this case, it's not so much that they're like unfriendly because they're drow and they're evil. It's they're unfriendly because you're colonialists coming into their territory. So it's much more political rather than evil worshipping spiders and shit. About midday, you guys start spawning bits of land cropping up out of the ocean. Really tall spires. And you know on your map, this would probably be the area called Shargon's Teeth. So there's spires of rock coming up out of the ocean. And you keep making your way across, and you can see the further continent over beyond in front of you, but you're making good time. And by a relatively late afternoon, you'll be flying over the jungles just north of Stormreach, and you can see Stormreach up ahead of you. And you get kind of an idea of what it looks like as you're pulling in, because you're also dipping much further down out of the skies at this point, so you have a much better view of what you're coming into. Stormreach looks like it was once a ruined city of some kind of massive scale. And by that, I don't mean it was huge in terms of land space. I mean, everything you can see down there that looks like it was part of the ruins was built on a scale that was not for regular people sized. It's clearly giant sized. So 2 to 3 times bigger. So like there's pillars that are easily 15 feet across that are now like half fallen into disrepair and things like that. And the city's built in and around all of those ruins. So then beyond that scale, you also got the root scale of all the now humanoid habitation, which has been built into all of those ruins and up against them. But it's definitely a full-size city in and around that. But it has little oddments with massive pillars that are soaring high above a lot of the other structures that nothing else is climbing to that height anymore. And one of the taller pillars is where the albatross is heading to tie off, and there's a whole set of wooden staircases that have been built from the top of the pillar, spiraling down the pillar down to get to the ground. And Albatross pulls in, straps everything down, puts out the gangplank, and everyone who's been in the chambers downstairs with all of you as well starts coming up, and everybody starts disembarking, lugging their luggage and everything like that. You also see handlers are pushing out luggage as well. There's a whole massive freight elevator crane lowering luggage to the ground and things like that, and other supplies.
As the young adventurers are starting to disembark, I'll like put my hand on one of their arms, you know, as they're leaving, and say, "Boys, please be safe and just... I know you are confident, but understand that all people have limits. Please know when to turn back."
They're spooked by you touching them, and you can tell they want to snark back, but they're intimidated by all of you who handled whatever happened on the ship earlier. So you can see them, like, they start to like snap out a reply and then immediately choke it off, like, "Oh god, not her. Don't piss the old lady off."
Be safe.
Yeah, whatever. And they start hustling away as quickly as they can.
I look back at Lyra as they run off and say, "Oh, I hope their families are wealthy and realize that they shouldn't have sent them, and I hope they have other children to carry on their family name."
If one of them survives, then their family at least will know about it. If. Maybe they should... Like, you see Lyra all of a sudden has this, like, epiphany hit, and she hollers after them, "Make sure you write a journal so someone can find it."
Maybe I should have used a spell to tell them to turn back.
Nah,
Oh well.
this is more fun.
Free
Maybe we'll find
will,
them later.
Glimmer.
Yes, I am free to exert my will over them.
That doesn't seem very good, Glimmer.
This just sounds like a free scavenger hunt. We'll wait a couple of days and see if we can find them.
Ooh.
Or what's left of them.
I think we have other things on our mind. That was... Oh, the exuberance of youth. Though I try not to think that I was that stupid, but I also didn't learn magic until much later. I didn't have an eye on adventure. I had an eye on a very pretty elf boy instead.
Endis,
Wait.
they're like my age, right?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit older, some of them, but not much.
I look over at Glimmer. I just had my eye on fighting. Adventurer's bonus.
There's
I'm
still
giving-
time for you.
I was gonna say I'm
Yeah.
giving Glimmer a very quizzical look as she mentions on a nice elf boy. I'm like, what?
Yes, and then I made him my husband, and we had children.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's not so weird. I just weird to think of you with somebody like that.
A partner, a spouse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, girl, I was a catch once upon a time. I could be a catch now if I wanted to.
You are a catch.
Yes, I am.
I'm just saying. I can't imagine what that would be like.
Oh. It's a different level of fulfillment. It has its excitements and frustrations and learning and growth and resentment and frustrations.
Resentment?
Of course.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Because people are different.
Right, we're different, but I don't resent you.
I resent some of the actions that we've taken.
Yeah, but that's different than resenting the person.
The person created the situation that I resent.
Oh.
Do I blame a person? No. But that's just family dynamic. Many times people think back with such fondness or nostalgia. But when you were living it at the time, it wasn't nearly as wonderful as you look back later.
So, like, when we get years on from this, I'm gonna look back at this and be like, oh, that was terrible?
No. In fact, there will be terrible situations that happen to us, but you'll think back fondly, thinking how we powered through terrible situations together. And we were able to conquer fears and bypass dangers and do wonderful things together. That's what we'll remember. Not nearly dying.
I think I'll remember not nearly dying.
Virgil's overhearing this and looking deep in thought and goes, "If I may, Del, if you wish to be a catch, I do remember there were employed members of the city that spent the evening chasing stray dogs. Perhaps you could run past one, and they could try to catch you."
No.
I I don't think that's what she meant.
I am confused.
It's a metaphor, a poor fishing metaphor. People will talk about the biggest fish, a catch of a lifetime, and people will use that analogy when finding love or a significant other, and they find the one great person in the sea of people, and they caught them and stayed with them. That is what they're referring to.
You just see Virgil's eyes just blink several times as he's trying to compute this.
It's a mating thing.
Flesh people are confusing.
Yes.
It is a mating thing, because mating is very fun.
I wouldn't know.
You could.
I do not lack. I lack the capability.
That you know.
Lyra looks at Glimmer for a moment and just shakes her head. Eyes on the current adventure, please.
I checked all of my ports last night. I contain nothing suitable for such a purpose.
Right now.
Maybe somebody just needs to stick a thing in you for it.
Whoa.
This conversation is more disturbing than learning I have a chest cavity.
I think we should move on. Torque, where are we going? Does somebody have a map? Like, Lyra is panicking. It's like seeing your parents kiss or something. Nope, can't do this. Cannot have this conversation.
We're learning that Warforged have customizable body parts.
No, that shit is devastating. I saw my dad, like, viciously flirt with my mom when he was drunk once, and he was, like, 70. And I'm like, holy shit, oh my god, leave, drive fast, please.
I'm gonna one-up you. Only because I can, and I don't get to share this story very often. That's fine. My bedroom shared a wall with my parents' room.
Oh god, why?
This is not going to go anywhere good.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Finish it
There
for
are
me.
multiple times my parents woke me up, and all I did was walk over and bang on the wall. Like, there's a point where I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm aware that these videos do go out, and I have friends who do watch these, so I am saying nothing, but I can relate, and I can also one-up, but I will not be putting in further details at this time.
No, that's as far as I'm gonna go. Like, but yeah, I held that over my parents' head for the longest time, up until they got divorced, and I still hold it over my dad's head because they chose that room. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, all right, where are we off to, DM?
Yes, please get us off this topic.
There's a spiral staircase down the pillar.
Yes, this did spiral, thank you.
Once you reach the bottom, the whole area that you can see from the bottom of the pillar, this is clearly like the center of town, but all of it looks incredibly ramshackle still. There's some of the buildings that actually look fairly well put together, but they look like they're made from like recycled stone that they pulled out, quarried from somewhere nearby, rather than like proper bricks or something like that. And a lot of it just looks thrown together in a way that you haven't seen in other cities. If you've seen like anything in media of like pirate towns, it has very much that kind of an energy to it. But also the backdrop of like the giant architecture behind it in a lot of ways, acting as a weird skeleton to everything. So like you'll see like a rank of like a couple of taverns in a row along one wall, and then there'll be like this massive arching, what looks like it's maybe some kind of aqueduct or something like that from ages and ages ago, over top of it, like 40 feet above it, serving absolutely no purpose now, but they're all packed in along the lower pillars of that.
We landed at Stormreach, right? Like up
Yeah.
in here. Okay.
This is Stormreach.
Okay.
Like,
I was just
it is
double checking.
It is a bustling metropolis. Like, there's people moving all over the place. It seems fairly large. It's just it's been thrown together over the last 20 years.
Does it
There's
seem like
nothing-
it's busier than the other places we've been, like more compact, or
It's more raucous than anywhere else you've been. Like, there's a lot of people shouting. Everything seems a lot rougher and cruder in a lot of ways. And like, the streets are not paved; they're just dirt streets. Everything is relatively dirty. It's not like poor. It's just nobody has time to try and do any better, kind of thing. They're all
Okay.
busier with other things.
okay.
But
How
it's not
is it?
falling apart.
How is it compared to 17 years ago? Just more of the same, just bigger, like more
It
of
actually
it.
looks a lot better than 17 years ago. 17 years ago, it was like a tent town practically. Like, there was a few buildings that were being built up, but this is actually a lot more structured than you would have thought it would have been by now. As ramshackle as it still is.
I'm going to stick a little bit closer to Lyra as we go around places.
And it is like late afternoon. I don't know if you guys want to get going immediately, or if you want to try and gather information or find a place to stay for the night, or even if there's like resources you need to buy. Like, if you do need to buy resources, you can find stores that will have pretty much anything you need.
Yeah. I think we talked about getting some stuff here.
Did Lyra bring her horse, or is the plan to summon it later?
I can
Either
summon
that-
it at any time.
Gotcha. Cool. So we
They
don't need
were not going
stay.
to take horses on the airship.
Okay.
Yeah, like I do plan on summoning it, if nothing else, to quote unquote pack mule, because I have 2 tents on me, unless Syl was able to get one of the tents to fit in his bag. So I've got 2 tents on my back, and it's just awkward.
This late in the afternoon, perhaps I know you have your tents, Lyra, but perhaps we should start fresh. Perhaps
agree.
we could, now that we are here and have a better understanding of the environment, we pick up our last bit of supplies and find some place to stay, and perhaps be on our way then in the morning. And I guess Glimmer will find some merchant nearby or something to get an idea for a place to stay.
You see a lot of there's not a lot of buildings that have like stores inside of them. There's a lot more like awnings that are laid out with
Sure.
shelves beneath them, sort of like as more of a marketplace kind of.
Yeah,
You
I'll
want
go
things-
go find a fruit dealer, and I'll say, "Oh, I'll have one of these," and hold up a couple of silver pieces and say, "And information on a place to stay."
Oh, certainly. There's a few good places not too far from here. I'll let you pick. If you go down just this way here, there's 2 decent places that a lot of travelers said that they enjoy: the Barking Spider and the Witch and the Duck. You can definitely figure out where those are by the signs out front. And the third one is the other way, just a little ways down there. It's a little bit rougher. It's the Thirsty Demon.
Oh
I'd recommend
my!
going the other 2.
Thank you.
Rougher crowd at the Demon.
Very good. And expeditions into the jungle usually very self-motivated, or are there groups that guide?
Oh, there's Stormreach is a city about expeditions. You can find more guides here than you can shake a stick at. Most of them aren't worth the stick you're shaking at them.
Thank you for the information. And I pull the silver back and I hand off a full gold piece.
Oh, very much. I don't know many of the guides myself, so I can't give you any recommendations, unfortunately.
This is fine. I'd rather spend my money on good information than someone who's going to swindle.
I'll tell you this: if they're trying to sell you on taking them along, they're probably crap. Especially if they're asking you for too much money up front.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening. And I take my one fruit or whatever.
Okay. You've never seen that fruit in your life.
Yep. And I go over to Lyra and hand it to her and say, she says this is excellent.
Sniff it.
Do I recognize this fruit?
You can give me a nature check.
Ooh.
Glimmer could have too.
I mean,
She's
sure,
never seen
I
one
will,
for
but...
real.
10.
You have no idea what this thing is.
I rolled a 19.
You have heard of blood fruit. You've never seen one in real life, though.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to assume Glimmer, as far as Glimmer knows, it's not poisonous, or she wouldn't have
No,
given
it's
it to me.
called blood... It is called blood fruit.
Is it like hard like an apple or squishy like an orange?
It's almost like a melon of some kind.
Okay. I'm going to dig my fingers into it and break it open.
Okay, it'll crack pretty easily, and there'll be a bit of a splash of reddish juice on the ground.
Okay. I'm
It's
sniffing
very
it.
juicy.
Does it smell sweet?
It smells very sweet.
I take a bite of the flesh.
It's delicious.
I've...
It's very moist.
They're not wrong. It's very refreshing. And I offer Glimmer the other half.
It's almost overly sticky.
Yep, and I will absolutely take it.
And I take 2 more bites and give the rest to Dell.
Ah, yay.
I don't know how she's gonna eat a melon as a dog.
I'm just
But-
gonna eat the whole thing. Nom, 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 nom,
Rind and all, why not?
nom. Has a little bit of a tang to it.
She said this way, I believe she recommended the barking spider.
Okay.
How do spiders bark?
That's what I was just thinking, Dell.
Mm.
If they have barking spiders out here, at least we'll know when they're coming.
Ooh.
When I was growing up, that's when someone would fart really loud, that's what my brother would call it. He's like, oh, those barking spiders.
That's so random.
I did roll the name randomly, but there is
Sure.
actually a barking spider.
Is there? Yeah.
In
Yeah.
real life,
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
does it actually bark? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I've just heard of it.
I'm now YouTubing it. I'll let you know.
But as you go along, you do find the signs in question. The barking spider has a cartoonish-looking spider on it with a speech bubble that just says "woof" carved into the wood. And across the street from that is the witch and the duck, you assume. It has this rather comely woman that's sitting astride an incredibly large duck.
Define incredibly large.
She's riding it.
So we finally met the horse-sized duck.
Yes.
Sign, but yes.
So now we just need 100 duck-sized horses, and we can work out which is the worst one to fight.
I will enter the barking spider.
It's loud as you're going in, and it gets louder when you open the doors. And there is no noticeable change in the volume as you walk in. It's not like everybody's turning to look at the door or anything like that. Nobody seems to pay any attention.
Is it like an inn and tavern type deal?
Yeah, like that. All three of these that you were sent to
Yeah.
were inns and taverns.
Okay. Then I will try to shove my way to the bar or a front desk type deal.
I mean, it's open enough you can travel through. It's just everybody's carrying
Okay.
on pretty loudly.
Okay, gotcha.
But it all seems fairly friendly. Like there's a lot of land trade. You see some people gambling over cards or other games like that on some of the tables and shouting at each other about that. But it all seems fairly good natured. There's not a lot of like shouts of anger or anything like that. Or
Yeah. And then at this point, I'm assuming it's a bar, and I will flag someone down.
Yep, Harry, half elf will come over. Yep. What can I get you?
Accommodations for the evening.
How many are in your party?
There are 6 of us.
Okay. I'm gonna have to bunk you together in a few rooms. We don't have enough singles to fill out for all of you, but we've got some rooms with multiple beds, if that's okay. 3 doubles. I have 3 doubles.
We can accommodate, yes.
Okay, that would be 1 gold each.
Per room or per person?
Per person. They're
Very
good
well.
rooms. You won't find better in Stormreach.
Clean?
Well, of course they're clean.
We're new. I have to ask.
We're a proper establishment.
Not
Very-
every establishment is proper.
You could tell me there's a couple places here I wouldn't recommend anybody stay in.
I heard someone dissuade us from staying at something about a demon.
Oh, the thirsty demon down the road? They're fine. They're a little rougher. People carry on there more.
I see.
Bar fights pretty common, but they're still like serviceable. There are absolute hovels here that will probably put you up and then try and steal from you in the middle of the night. So
One evening here is fine. So hold on. 1, 2, and push over 6 gold.
1, 2, 3 silver, 4 silver.
No, not going to be that guy. Girl, lady, elder.
Yeah, they'll swipe a hand over the coins and make them vanish, and walk back to the wall with all the keys on it, and pull off 3 of the keys, and spread them out on the bar in front of you. There you go. There's boards on each of the keys that tell you which rooms they are. Up the stairs on the far side there, and turn to the left, and all the rooms are down that way.
Very good. And then meals.
Meals are covered. That's included in the cost.
Excellent. We shall be back.
Drinks are
then.
extra.
Of course they are. We will deal with that when we get there. Thank you.
No problem. And if you come back out of the jungle, come back.
You will see us again.
Sure thing.
And I hand, like, I'll take a key and I'll hand another to Lyra and Dell. You're muted.
You're gonna like hand me a key, and I'm just gonna look at you incredulously, like, what am I going to do with that?
You can give it to Torque or Virgil, that's fine, but we have 3 rooms and we need to split 2 of us in each.
Okay, I'll stay with you, Lyra.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the key and I put it, like, jump up on Torque's like midsection and like paw it to his hand and like put the key in his hand.
Then Torque or Virgil can stay with myself and
Eventide.
Yep, that's where I was going. I was thinking Evergleam for some reason. I'm like, nope, that's not.
Yep.
In case something happens in the evening.
I will happily volunteer.
And food is available here as well as part of it. Drinks are extra, but do we need to go and get other supplies?
I don't need anything.
I
know Eventide mentioned something about a good berry.
Mhm.
She is able to make berries that can satiate someone for a whole day.
Wow.
I brought along a couple of weeks worth of rations for myself, but I can carry much more if we need it. But if she is able to use her magic to do that, then that's very welcomed.
I'm also usually pretty good at finding food too.
Oh, excellent. Even in a place you've never visited? Like, this
Yeah.
is different. I've never been to a place like this.
Yeah, but kind of general principles for eating stuff apply more or less. I
Of course.
probably wouldn't do any mushrooms because you never know with those, but other things should be fairly safe-ish.
Good to know.
I'll have to find out what the go-to hunt is out here. Like, what's the so we can hunt for meat while we're out too. Like, a rabbit would suffice all of us for a day, but what would be the equivalent? Maybe they have rabbits.
Of a deer or something?
A deer's too much meat. I'm not carrying all that.
Oh,
We don't have time to dry it. But a rabbit
Yeah.
or two.
I was gonna say I have to be a couple of rabbits for. Well, I guess those two don't eat, but yeah, a couple of rabbits probably.
And I don't know that Eventide really eats anything that's not a vegetable
Or glitter.
or glittery vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know enough about the environment to think that we need anything else then. Then I suppose if we don't need other supplies, then we can just hang out here this evening and potentially gather information. Or the merchant that I spoke to indicated that there are guides everywhere, but if they are asking to go with you or are asking a high amount of money up front, then very likely it is a scam.
How would a guide us if they didn't come with us?
Maps? I don't know, but I think the sentiment is that they lead you into danger or something and they flee with your money.
Oh. That's not cool.
No. So I don't necessarily think we go that route then. I think with Torque's map and the direction in his head, perhaps we should be okay. Del, you're very capable at navigating.
Mm-hmm. We should probably just find out information about, like, what the jungle itself is like.
Okay. We can do that this evening.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not very hungry, so perhaps we should just do that now.
Okay. That's cool. I'm not hungry right now either.
And yeah, walk back outside and should we have maybe asked someone inside for a recommendation on how to get that?
Oh, that's probably a good idea, yeah.
Hold on, and I'll go back and flag down the same person that I had just spoken to a bit ago. We need a bit more information about the jungle than we were able to gather in Corvair. Any recommendations of people around that are not going to scam us and send us to die?
There's a couple. I'm first going to say that you should go and check out a guy named Barash. It pulls out a little piece of paper from underneath the counter. His name's Barash Yildra. He's a top guide in the area, and you should definitely go and see him. And he's paid me to say this. I have no reason to doubt his skills, but he's definitely looking to get more business in a big way.
Do his clients come back?
I haven't heard any complaints, but I wouldn't if they don't come back.
Could you maybe write down his name and where we could find him?
Yep. She writes down his name and load on a piece of paper. Other than that guy, if you could find Mimsy One Shoes anywhere, she'd be the one to talk to. From everything that I've heard. But she doesn't want to do that anymore.
I know the one. Well, who's the first guy? Can you like type that out or whatever? Very, very good. Thank you. And I'll.
Barash, and like the note has like a little bit of a note for like basically like a street address. Barash apparently has a little kind of an office, and they say like Mimsy's probably drinking her sorrows into oblivion somewhere. So check the alleys beside bars. You'll recognize her, tiny little halfling lass. Can hold way too much drink for a body that size.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you. And I will go back outside and relay the information. I don't know anything about this Mimsy, but apparently is excellent, but isn't trying to be in that business anymore, though this Barash is up and coming and very much looking to expand their business.
Oh, we should go find Mimsy.
I think she would be better, but I don't know where to find her. Just that she's drinking somewhere in an alley next to a bar, so there could be many choices. But we very much know where to find this Barash fella.
I have an idea. Dell, why don't you and I go look for Mimsy?
Oh.
And Glimmer, Torque, and Virgil can go meet with Barash. And
that sounds like
we find Mimsy, we'll bring her back here, and we can convene here, and then we get the expertise of two people, and we can determine the best course of action.
Okay, I think that works out very well.
Yes.
Cool. Let's go. And I
Split
take off Adele.
What could go wrong?
Nothing ever goes wrong when we split the party.
Which one do we want to handle first?
I say I'm fully relying on Dell's survival check to, or
Yeah.
I don't know if it's survival or what, to locate somebody in a
halfling
town.
in an alley near a bar.
Oh no, we're
I'm
gonna go.
gonna
We'll
say-
just check all of the bars. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah. Yeah.
I know it's a meme that it's bad to split the party, but has it actually ever gone bad for us?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I was there.
I remember distinctly there was one time we were going through something similar to some kind of maze, and we split many different directions and discovered actual dead ends that lived up to their name and things other like that. And
I
yet
think
we still do it.
typically our big problems have been like people split the party and that they're going and wandering off and then something
Yeah.
happens.
Yes.
But now that
Yes.
we're not sharing map vision, I think that's far more detrimental.
Oh yeah. I love it even more that when we still manage to do that.
Yeah.
I think Handle, Glimmer, and the two.
Yeah, because we know where
things
we're
first.
going, so
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking.
I don't know how to do this. Trying to find a single person in a city. Give me a investigation check, but base it on charisma instead of intelligence.
I thought we knew where we were going to find Barash.
Oh, you're doing Barash first? Sorry, I thought you
Yeah.
were doing Mimsy
Yeah.
first. But yeah, you can find Barash.
Corner.
It's tucked in next to a pillar, and it's one of the stone-built buildings, but it's not large at all. It's like it's a small one-room kind of operation.
Down. We're going to find Mimsy. Okay. You said he has just like an overhang tent or an actual like little
No, it's an
office?
actual little stone building with a full-on door and everything.
Okay, then if it is open, I will open the door and go in.
And there's a whole sign outside with like guide services and things like that on. Okay, you open the door. There's a little bit of a rattle as it hits some chimes overhead, and there's a rather grizzled-looking half-orc sitting at a desk who looks up and says, "Ah, yes, can I help you?"
Oh, I'm so sorry. It has been quite a long few days of travel. We are on a journey to find something in the Titan's teeth.
It's a long way.
It is. My friend here was here. How long ago did you say it was? 15, 20 years ago?
17.
And things, I'm sure, have changed. We're looking to get a better idea of the kind of supplies that we might need along the way. If any of the peoples in the jungle have changed since then, and the dynamics that we need to be prepared for.
Are you looking for expertise or are you looking for services?
Information.
So, expertise. I can give you some advice. That's for sure. Mostly what we do here is we provide services, which would be an escorted mission.
I appreciate that, but while we are not necessarily familiar with this place, we are rather seasoned in travel and are able to keep ourselves quite safe.
And how much time have you spent in Zendrick?
I think my friend here spent quite a lot of time here.
So why don't you get the information you need from him if he's so experienced?
his travel was one way, from the jungles here. I can only imagine that things change in nearly 2 decades.
Well, I am willing to provide some expertise. I can provide no guarantees, though. If we were working under my banner as a client, then I could provide some guarantees in that case. I'm not sure to who, but we could work that out. For just regular information, let's say a silver piece, and I can give you some of the highlights of Zendrick.
Let's ask the other question then. Your guided services, what does that entail?
That means that I would handle everything. I would handle supplying the expedition. I would handle working out whatever staff we needed to hire on for that expedition. I can guarantee that they will not betray you. There are much less reputable agents in this field. I'd be willing to sign off that guarantee to any party that you might care to name. I do take my role in this very seriously. And any kind of equipment that we need, like wagons or steeds, anything like that, I could also handle supplying. I have connections that can bring all of that in. And then, of course, guide services through Zendrick, trying to keep you as safe as possible. I can make no real guarantees on that front, though I will do everything I can, along with my men, to keep you as safe as possible. Zendrick is dangerous territory, though. They might be able to, things out in the jungle may be able to surmount us. So I can't give any guarantees there.
How many expeditions have you gone on, and how many have come back?
I'm still here, which
you
means
are still here.
I haven't lost an expedition yet. But I know men who've been more experienced than I was who have not returned. And I'll freely admit Titan's Teeth is further than I usually like to go. Not that I won't do it, it's going to cost a pretty penny.
What do you define as a pretty penny?
And he just pulls out a pad and starts jotting some things down on a piece of paper. I'd have to go through this in more detail once I figure out exactly what your requirements are in terms of equipment and staff, but it's going to be in the region of at least 300 gold.
I see.
Potentially significantly more, depending on how much support you want to bring along with it. More horses, more wagons, more supplies, that all adds up, obviously.
I can only speak for... we are a group of 6. And myself and one other already have our own steeds. I know my 2 compatriots here prefer walking on foot. If I'm being forthcoming, I'm not sure how much additional support in terms of men we would need, as it is in places across Corvair, even in non-populated areas, we are quite adept at navigation, but having a local's perspective is incredibly helpful.
While this conversation's ongoing, I'm trying to get a read of this guy, especially when he said he's not keen on going to the Titan's Teeth. Like, was that more of a... Was it said in a... I really don't want to go there, or That's a bit further than I'd rather go, but I don't mind doing it if the pay's good.
It was more of the latter. He
Okay.
doesn't usually go that far, but he's willing to do it for the money.
Okay.
And like, you got the impression that like he was talking more like a longer expedition is going to cost more because it needs more supplies and it's over a longer period of time.
Mm-hmm. Let's
In that
start
case, Virgil
here.
just speaks up in the silence over Glimmer's shoulder. I have no objections to this one.
Thank you. How about we start with expertise, and then we can potentially speak to services. And Glimmer will reach into her pouch and put a silver down and slide it over.
And he'll pick it up and slip it into a pocket. Okay, as far as expertise goes, I'm going to have to turn this over to you to ask questions at a certain point because there's a lot of information that I could provide, and I don't know which is going to be most relevant to you. You say you have a lot of proficiency in your own expeditions in Corvair. I have no idea what your talents or abilities may be, so I can't really speak to any of that. So I'm just going to start with some of the generic stuff about Zendrick. First, the jungles resist any kind of efforts we put into them.
What does
We've
that
tried
mean?
We've tried making roads. We've tried to make a road to into the south to at least make travel further into the inland a little bit easier, and it doesn't work. You'll work for 3 days on a road. You'll carve out the jungle through there, make it a nice, clear, open path. You'll go back home after 3 days of hard work. You'll come back out on the 4th day, and it is gone. The jungle has taken over the terrain again, like it was never carved out in any way at all.
Interesting.
You'll go down the same path you swear you've gone down before, and you'll see a landmark you have never in your life noticed before. And then it'll come by a week later, and that landmark is gone.
So, are you saying that traditional means of navigation are pointless?
They're not pointless, but I wouldn't rely on anything based on the ground. I would resist anything other than, say, the orientation of the sun or the moons or the stars. If you can get up and you can see a distant, very tall structure, like a specific mountain, that seems to stay consistent, but anything on the ground and in between, the jungle seems to shift in ways that we do not understand. It's one of the reasons we charge so much for guiding services, is because it's not so much about knowing the route, it's about knowing the risks and dangers and adapting as we go. So it's the same reason I cannot really, I can show you a large overland map of Zendrick. Those are fairly common, but I can't give you a specific route to follow if you wanted to try and buy something like that, because the route I would have plotted will no longer exist in any meaningful sense. Or you might come across a section of it that seems perfectly fine, and then it doesn't lead where I said it would have led. We've been baffled by this. We used to think there was some kind of intent behind it, but of late we've lost any kind of faith that there is any intent. It's just the forest is wild in a sense that goes beyond what reason would say it should be. Something shattered here when the Giants' empire was destroyed, on a broader sense than just the land.
I see. Sorry, me, the person, is taking notes.
I mean, to be fair, you probably won't notice anything if you're just on a single trip. I mean, if you go down to the Titan's Teeth and come back, things might seem a little different on the way back, but you might just think that you're on a slightly different route than you took on the way down. It's only if you're doing repeated trips or if you're trying to build anything permanent that you would really start to notice.
I see. Yes, our desire is not to stay here. Izzy, stop. I will look back at Torque. Did you have specific questions?
I did not, but I would like to speak with you privately.
Excuse me. And I guess we'll step out.
I'll leave you two to speak privately unless Torque also included me in that.
Torque doesn't care.
Okay.
He just didn't want to do it in front of the guy.
Excuse us.
Sure. Your money's still good, and we'll earn you more. Just come back on in when you're ready. And he leans back in his chair. Hands behind his head.
The person at the inn said that if they wanted to go with us, they were crap.
That was the fruit merchant, but this person was paying the innkeeper to recommend them. That said, there is something to say for having all of their expeditions come back. We can just leave it at using their expertise. That's fine.
I'm fine with your judgment. I just wanted to bring up that point.
That also wasn't exactly what the fruit merchant said.
They said, I believe the notes that I had were that if they were going to charge an absorbent fee up front, they were crap, and if they were going to want to come with you, then to, not do that. I believe.
No, it wasn't anything about not coming with you. It was mostly if they wanted a lot of money up front,
Okay.
then that was going to be a problem. Because, obviously, you get more money when you return with
Sure.
the clients, kind of thing. And I'm trying to think of what I would have said that would have given that impression.
They asked for place to say, don't recommend guides that want to go with you or charge a lot up front. They're scams. That's what I wrote down at the time.
I think it was don't trust guides that don't want to go with you.
Oh, I see. That don't. Okay.
That
I
makes
must have
more
just-
sense.
Yeah, okay. I must have just mistyped it then.
I also misheard it. So did Cease. So
Yeah.
Same.
I might have missed.
I was like, what else is a
So-
guide supposed to do? Just tell you how you get there yourself?
So, retcon, I never pulled you aside then.
Okay. No, it's fine. We can go back in.
It's a bit more as if they try to sell you a map, just follow this route and you'll be safe. Then it's probably a scam.
Right. So with a jungle that seems to be ever changing, are the supplies generally what you would expect in other environments?
I mean,
Is a
Same
forest
as
a forest a forest?
Zendrik's going to be different than most forests you've ever been in before, but that's because it's on a completely different continent. So different flora, different fauna, different dangers. But it's still it's just another place. It's got its own quirks.
You go on these and you have men. Have you ever had encounters with the locals?
Yes. That's the other piece of advice I was definitely going to bring up. I would recommend strongly about avoiding the drow if at all possible.
We are aware of them.
They're the bulk of the native people on this land, and they largely do not like that we are trying to maintain a presence here. And if they see you as outsiders, they will generally not respond in very positive ways. By which I mean usually they resort to violence immediately.
Have you traveled past the I believe it's been a second since I looked at the map, the Obsidian City?
I've been further south than Obsidian City. I stayed well away from Obsidian City, and we had to be very cautious about patrols while we were down that way.
That is occupied?
Yeah, that's a large, one of their main habitation areas. It's probably about the same size population-wise as Stormreach. I mean, we don't have great intelligence on that area. They don't like us poking around, but that's what we managed to put together as a best guess.
Sorry. Player problem.
They're not necessarily bad people. They're just not friendly to us.
Understandable. Torque, what other concerns do you have?
As long as I've been gone, it's more of a I don't know what I don't know situation.
How long would a journey to Titan's Teeth take?
It's difficult to say exactly with the risks of unexpected outcomes along the way, but I wouldn't put it at anything less than 3 weeks.
I see.
Assuming normal travel speeds, at least.
Of course.
And unexpected outcomes could delay that by weeks more than that.
I understand.
Any kind of expedition, we'll try and forage as we go to try and keep our supplies up and try and maintain any kind of hard rations that we have for emergency situations. It's never been a problem. It's a fairly lush jungle along the way.
Is your fee all inclusive, or is there an expectation to anything that is found along the way?
You mean in the spoils of adventuring, shall we say?
Yes.
The fees that I'm charging would cover all of the expenses for the transit. I'm not expecting that my people would be willing to do any kind of adventuring. They generally tend to try and avoid risk wherever possible. You, as the clients, of course, are free to take on whatever risks you might want, and the spoils of those risks would be entirely yours. We're not claiming a share.
Very good.
I would ask, outside of the natural threats we may encounter, are there known to be organized groups that do not act in people's best interests that tend to roam the pathways?
There's bandits. I didn't even get to the giants yet.
There are still
their
giants.
empire. Oh yeah, their empire may have fallen, but the giants are still around. There's a lot less of them than there used to be, from what I've read in the history books. But yeah, keep your eyes out. If you see a giant, frickin' run. They're probably faster than you. Hope they didn't spot you. They're worse than the freaking drow are.
Okay.
And
What
that's not even the worst of the things out there.
what is the state of Obsidian City and the surrounding area?
Don't know much. We don't have a lot of intelligence. The drow don't like people poking around down there. As far as we can tell, it's not a whole lot different than Stormreach in broad terms. We know it's built into the black obsidian ruins of what used to be a giant city. We know there's a heck of a lot of drow in there.
So the Drow have made that their stronghold now.
It's a stronghold that we know of. We don't know if it's the stronghold. Honestly, we don't know a whole lot further south than Titan's Teeth at all. I've heard the Readrons are moving in on some other areas of the continent, but I don't know anything about that.
Well, that is disheartening.
Welcome to the frontier. We know nothing. And it's fighting us on learning anything about it.
We're only half of our group here. I believe we're interested in your services, but I'd like to hear their opinions on it. So we're going to keep this at payment for expertise right now, and if they agree that your services are up to what they're wanting, then you shall see us again shortly.
Well, by all means, I haven't done any investment into the plane really at all yet. We'll have to work out a whole bunch of little additional details.
Of course.
And knock all of that out. We'll have a full proper contract drawn up should you choose to pull in our services.
Of course.
And if not, I wish you luck, but Zendrik's a difficult place.
It's daunting to be here, but thank you.
It's daunting for us too. That's why we charge the rates we charge.
Very well. Perhaps we'll see you again.
Good luck with your endeavors.
And turn to walk out. And first thing I'll say to the two of them, I don't disagree that their services could be useful, but I'd be curious to hear what Lyra and Dell come up with from this Mimsy. So perhaps we can just go wait back at the Barking Spider until they return and discuss our options.
My concern is that it would be a body that we would be both dependent on and having to keep safe should we run into danger. And from our experiences, danger is often quite close.
It seems like they will do anything to avoid it, so perhaps, as much as I hate to say it, perhaps they're cowards.
Cowards do tend to stay alive.
And perhaps those expeditions are all full of cowards, but in the end, getting people home is what matters. And so there's value to that. But I am not confident that we'll be able to avoid conflict the entire time. It seems as if, from your history, we'll be directly confronting it. I don't know what that would mean for this guide or this expedition, but it's a starting point. And anything to make a grueling journey potentially better might be worth 300 gold or so, I believe he said to start. But let's hear what the others come up with first. But I don't think it's unreasonable to have just call it a safety net.
I would agree. If nothing else, they would know perhaps better pathways than we might take unguided.
Agreed. Let's, well, I'm hungry. You guys can watch me eat. And head back to the barking spider.
Okay, and we'll wipe transition over to Lyra and Del.
You'll be magically whisked away to Delaware. I'm in Delaware.
Meanwhile, across town, we meet up with Del and Lyra.
You said investigation with charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. Del, how is your charisma?
+3?
Okay, so you're 1 point better than me.
Really?
I'm a +2.
Oh. For some reason, I always think of, like, paladin classes as always being
Especially
heavily...
Warlock Paladin.
So,
Yeah.
I originally, like, walloped in strength. And then, I ended up deciding to go warlock, and I was like, dang it. I should have gone charisma. That's alright. Oh, well, it's fine.
Yeah. Alright, so investigation using charisma instead of intelligence, right?
Yeah. Can we both roll, or do you want just one of us to roll?
Just one of you, but you can get advantage if you're helping, which I assume you are.
I am.
There we go.
Viva assistance!
Go. Let's see if it'll roll correctly. Let me do this.
Ooh, a 19.
Hey! We
Way to
did
go.
it right. Yay. So yeah, it's a 19.
Yeah, you guys ask a couple people on the streets if they know where you might find Mimsy One Shoe, and shockingly, some people point you to an alleyway just beside the Witch and Crow across the street.
Very convenient.
Beautiful. Wunderbar.
Convenient because you rolled a 19.
If we had ended up with a 12, we would have been across town and lost.
At the... What was the other one?
Thirsty Demon? That was just the other inn. There's other worse taverns.
Oh, goody.
I thank them for their time and head across to the alleyway.
As you're getting closer, you hear singing. It's relatively like soprano in terms of the voicing or all that. It's really light, but it's also very clearly drunk.
Heard.
And out of tune.
It's time to try to find gravity.
I was gonna say I could start wooing with her.
It's a much raunchier song than that. I'm not even going to try it.
I take a moment to determine the best course of action when dealing with somebody who's drunk. And internally, like, Lyra's debating, do I pretend to be drunk and drink with them? Or do I attempt to sober them up slightly? And she's choosing the option that's kind of in the middle, where I'm going to invite them to come drink, but I'm going to remain sober. I don't have that, Radix. Well, I don't think I do. I might. I don't know. I didn't look. I'd have to like run through my spells to see if I have lesser restoration. I don't think I do.
Oh, I have that.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
So,
Dell
if
has
necessary.
it. Yeah, I can do cure poison. That's easy. I can remove one condition.
I
That's
feel
all
like
it
cure
says.
poison should count for drunkenness.
My lay on hands.
Alcohol's a poison. I'd allow it.
Yeah.
My lay on hands, I can use 5 points of it instead of healing you. I can remove one condition.
There you go.
But yeah, so I'm gonna approach. Is she the only one in the alley?
Seems to be. They only hear the one voice.
Okay. And I'm assuming it's a halfling that I see.
Yeah, a halfling with like two ponytails hanging off of the back of her head. Difficult to tell what color her hair is supposed to be.
Fantastic.
She's filthy.
Now I wish I had prestidigitation.
Yeah.
I mean, she's lying in like mud, basically.
I walk up next to her, and like she's down in the mud, so I just kind of squat down. Need a hand up, and I offer my right hand.
She looks at you, trying to uncross her eyes. I'm good here.
Are you though? Someone just peed in that corner.
Yeah, mud was getting a little cold. Now it's
Yeah.
nice and warm.
Yeah. Well, if you hose off, and clean up, I'll buy you a drink. Or two.
I mean, if you're buying drinks, sure.
Alright, you just gotta get cleaned up. Because you can't go in looking like that.
She shoves herself up off the ground, staggeringly, but like with surprising power. Looks around for a moment, and there's like a horse trough up near the edge of the space. She staggers over there and just more falls into it rather than stepping into it.
I follow right behind her and do the like plunger motion with her body to help kind of like agitate the water.
He's spluttering as she comes up the first time. Rah, rah.
Oh, good. You don't smell like pee anymore.
What's this all about?
Well, in exchange for several drinks, I'm looking for some information.
I don't owe you money because you wouldn't be offering to buy me drinks if you owed me money.
No.
If I owed you money.
No, you don't owe me anything. I'm just looking for information. I have family that is looking for the rest of the family. It's really hard to explain.
And maybe you just tell me what you need rather than the explanations so my eyes don't get super uncrossed.
All right, let's head in. We'll get drinks and we'll talk over a drink. Start there?
Lead on.
Fantastic. And I like lift her out of the trough, I put her on the ground, make sure she's stable before I let go of her. And lead her into, I guess we'll go into the tavern she was drinking outside of, because I don't want to bring her back to our establishment and have them yell at us that she reeks.
She is staggering as you're bringing her along, but she seems like a very experienced staggerer.
Good.
It's like she's not going in a straight line, but she's not like at risk of falling over.
Beautiful.
She's like full Captain Jack.
Now hold on. I'm trying to make sure I say the right stuff. Because there's been a lot of conversation that's happened tonight. So we're looking to get to...
Dragon's Teeth? No,
Is that right?
Titan's Teeth.
Yes, cool. I was like, wait.
So we're looking to get to Titan's Teeth.
Titan's teeth, that's it.
Okay. So we'll get in. I'll order a round of drinks, and I even I paused for a moment, and I'm like, Dale, ale?
You walk in the
Water?
door, and everything's like there's a murmur around that's been going on like pretty continuously. It doesn't really change all that much. Mimsy walks in the door, and the bartender immediately yells, "Mimsy, get the fuck out! You're banned!"
I
And Mimsy kind of
pause.
spins around on one foot and staggers back out the door.
I grab her by the shoulder, stop her. She's with me. I will maintain accountability for the moment that we're here.
If Mimsy's with you, you're banned too. Get the fuck out of my bar.
Fine, you don't want my money. Come on, Dal.
I don't want anything to do with Mimsy. Get the fuck out.
We turn around, we go across the street to where we're staying.
Can I like turn around and make sure I knock something over on a table with my towel as I go?
Sure.
Yay.
Fantastic.
That's fucking why she's banned.
Oh. So we'll go across the street to where we're staying. And I'm like guiding Mimsy by the shoulders. Go in and locate us a place to sit and order drinks for the two of us, since Dell declined anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an open table.
Fantastic. So, Mimsy, while we're waiting on our drinks to be delivered, we're looking to get to Titan's Teeth.
She lets out a low whistle.
Yeah.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck.
We're paying very well.
Don't let the giant step on you.
We're paying very well for information regarding this. Paying even better for a guide. I heard you're the best.
Was the best.
Why not the best?
Because I'm out of the business.
Why?
Because I got a fucking drinking problem.
So, why don't you do one more job to supply for that drinking problem?
Because I'm drinking, so I don't have to do more jobs. That's the problem.
What are you gonna do when you're out of money?
Probably wander into the jungle until something eats me.
That's not the way to do it.
I assure you, it'll be very effective.
Yeah. No. I'm offering you a chance to earn an income to continue your drinking problem, even if you're only willing to give information. We were recommended to go see a Barash, I don't know, some weird name. He paid the innkeep, and I point over to the counter where the innkeep's at, to tell us about him.
Slams her head down on the table and just says, "He's so boring."
Well, I would much rather have you, but you've got a drinking problem. I want the best. And I'll pay for the best. But if you're saying you're not the best...
Who's saying I'm not the best?
You are if you don't want to take the job.
That's a different thing.
No. You're saying I'm not the best, you can go to somebody else. Because you're not good enough to do it anymore.
I'm good enough to do it. I just
Are
don't
you?
want to do it.
Uh-huh. So you're saying you're not good enough to do it, so we have to go to this other boring guy.
You're not from around here, are you?
Do I look like I'm from around here? And I look at her and like my eyes are stark white.
Your skin's not black, so no. Only the drow are from around here, and the giants, but those guys are assholes.
And bigger.
The drow aren't much better. And like I like to think like at this time like our tankards of ale are showing up, and I grab hold of the one that's placed in front of Mimsy and slide it towards me. Either you're willing to work with me or you're not.
I don't know, you won't die like the others. She's reaching out one arm across the table that clearly can't reach and is making grabby motions towards the bug.
I take a deep breath. Mimsy, dear. You have not met anyone like the team that I am with. I have two of the not one, two of the most powerful Warforged I've ever met. I have a druid that is unmatched.
I like sit up and puff out my chest a little bit, like.
We have a ranger that is able to navigate terrain easily.
Now why you need me?
Because you know the area. You probably know the whole way down to Titan's Teeth, like the inside of your eyelids when you're drunk. You could probably navigate the whole way there with your eyes closed and your hands tied behind your back.
I'll have you know, I am drunk, not a naive ditz. I know what you're doing.
What am I doing? You said, how do you know we're not gonna die?
You're fluffing me up.
I'm telling you flat out, I heard you're the best. If the best can't do that, then I don't want you. Are you telling me I'm wrong?
No.
Then what are you saying?
I need to sober up. She slaps herself across the face.
Oh.
If she says that, I go, okay, and I immediately shift and like slap her on the shoulder.
Oh, I wanted you to walk over and like dog boop her.
I can't do it in dog form, unfortunately. I wish I could do that one. That would have been funny.
Do you use Restoration to
Yeah, I
her?
do. Yeah.
She lets out a loud groan and just slams her head down on the table again and goes, "Give a girl a little warning." Oh,
You said you
God.
wanted to be sober.
Yeah, but when you just yank it like that, oh, that
It's like a
headache's gonna
Band-Aid.
last.
You just gotta take the bandage off all in one rip. Well,
Idiots are really serious about this.
Yes, our friend needs help.
I lean. I slide the tankards to one side and I lean in. Do you think we would go through this much effort to locate a drunk in an alley if we weren't serious?
I am immediately thankful I didn't say jerk it.
Not any better.
I just
Okay,
need to know
but
if you're in.
I'm in, but I have terms.
I'm
Yeah.
listening.
You all are going to have to handle your own supplies.
Done.
This is not me going to be babysitting you through the jungle. Like, you say you're talented and powerful and skilled. You can handle yourselves with basics. I'm not going to wipe your asses.
Fantastic.
Ew.
We don't want you to.
Good. My fee is going to be 100 gold.
Okay.
For the whole trip?
For the whole trip.
Okay. What do you need?
I need 25 gold up front. I have some debts I need to pay.
Okay.
75 gold when I get you back.
Fantastic.
I'll amend that 75 gold until I get you back, or you decide you're done with the arrangement.
Perfect.
She probably just figured she
Mimsy has
imagined it
seen
while she
some
was
shit.
drunk.
I reach into my pocket and pull out 25 gold and slide it across the table to her.
Just like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have made it more of an effort? Did you want me to make you juggle for it?
No, it's just people tend to haggle or try and wheedle me down in price or whatever.
If
And
you're
she
the best,
reaches-
you're worth it. You know what you're worth.
She reaches out and like pulls the gold over towards her, but not off the table or anything like that. And she reaches out a hand for the beer stein. I need to
I
take the
flick her.
edge
I
off
flick
of
her
this.
hand.
I just need to take the edge off. This hangover is killing me.
Hold on. And I like pour most of the tankard into the other one and slide her the mostly empty one. I have another condition. I'll give you an additional 100 gold if you stay sober.
I was gonna stay so. I'm no good as a guide if I'm drunk. I was gonna have this.
She's
one
offering you
beer.
more money. Be quiet. Say yes.
I'm not here to try and shift you guys out of money. I don't want to be doing this. I have a set fee that I charge. I'm just gonna need enough drinks to take the edge off of this hangover, and then I'm off the sauce.
You have a hangover? Like a headache?
Yes.
Would lay on hands get rid of it? I'm asking DM.
I don't know because it's not damage. It's just pain.
No, like my lay on hands gets rid of a condition. Hold on, let me make sure I read that right.
Is headache a condition?
Yeah.
This is a question.
Oh no, it removes the poison. It specifically removes the poison condition. I have something that removes one condition though. I'll have to go Google.
Yeah,
Searching through it.
low grade pain like a headache isn't a condition, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
That's fair.
A hangover headache is mostly dehydration, so just create water would do it.
You can't create water inside a person. That is a firm rule.
No,
I
but you can
established.
just drown them in it.
Say,
Listen,
well, if
she
you're trying
was
to drown them,
Totally submerged in a horse trough a minute ago. She is still dripping wet.
oh my god.
That's fine. You have to be sober tomorrow morning. If you are not, and I'm like dead eye contact with Mimsy, if you are not, and you are drunk, you're going to wish those animals in the forest were the ones tearing you apart.
Hey.
That's
I
our
don't
fun start to a business relationship. She raises up the sign and drinks it down.
I don't play games when it comes to the lives of my family.
Good. You might actually survive.
Oh, we better. Grandma's gonna have
Oh.
a really bad day.
Where the fuck are we? She's looking around.
Oh, this is where we're staying. This is the
The
barking
wolfing
spider?
Oh,
Oh.
Wolfing spider?
Okay.
Yeah.
So here tomorrow morning.
Yes. Can I?
Yes.
And can we totally RP that this is about when Glimmer comes in saying something about she's
Sure.
hungry?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there's Grandma.
Oh,
These are part of your party?
E.
Yes.
Hey, clients.
Virgil Torque. Grandma.
You've... Hi.
Mom?
Like,
She's
Grandma.
you can tell
wonderful.
you can tell her hair is kind of blonde now. Most of the dirt is out of it, but it's still like she's not clean.
Yeah.
This is...
Mimsy.
Mimsy.
Oh,
She's
dear.
great.
Hold...
She's wonderful.
Let's...
Yeah, I know.
Nope. This is... And I snap my fingers and prestidigitation her.
Yeah, it's a little abrupt.
You're always gonna be like that the whole way, aren't you?
She
What do
might.
you mean like this? This is us.
You just keep doing stuff to me.
You
Good
hired
things.
her.
Yes, she's hired.
She's the best.
She hears this conversation and immediately starts gathering all the coins off the table. Put it into a pouch.
She's hired. I already hired her, paid her. I paid her a little bit of upfront so she could pay off some debts, and then she'll get the rest when we get back.
I stipulated you pay me 25 gold up front and 75 on return.
Yes.
Well,
That was not your decision.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was the agreement. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
She's the best.
At what?
Guiding.
Getting us where we need to go.
Hopefully without dying.
Well,
Yes.
if we die, it's on us.
That's the idea, yes.
That's how I get the 75 gold.
Mimsy, is it? Have you been where we're going? You know where we're going.
I think they said the Titan's teeth. I was still drunk when they said it.
And you're...
She's not drunk now. That's the
She's not
important
drunk.
part.
Yep.
The agreement was made while she was sober.
Yes.
I see.
I mean, I'm hungover.
Minor detail.
That's... Okay.
Do you disagree?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I've not been part of the discussion, and...
I just retained her.
Mimsy,
Mimsy points at her cease like this.
how many expeditions have you made into the jungle?
Just kind of one figure. 43, I think.
How many of your people have come back?
42.
Was
Can
it
I-
your-
I would be remiss if I did not ask about the 43rd.
I really don't want to talk about it.
Was the
I didn't
40
want to take this job.
Was the
These two
40
convinced me.
Mimsy, was the 43rd the one that led you to the drinking problem?
Yeah, I don't want to talk
Okay.
about it.
Nope, that's all I
Okay.
needed to know.
All right.
How long has it been since you've been out?
6 months, I think. I'm honestly almost out of money.
We are capable. Are you capable?
You won't find anyone better in this city than me.
Not in guiding, in staying safe.
I will repeat, you won't find anyone else in this city who's more capable than me.
She also said
wasn't-
the other guy was boring.
He
I wasn't
is
able
boring.
to save that last expedition, but I did make it back myself. I will insist I tried. Zendrik is a very dangerous place.
Yes, the fellow that we just spoke to indicated that any attempt to create roads or anything, it's as if the land is resisting or fighting back.
What?
Zendrik's broken.
Are plants alive here too? I mean, not alive, but like moving and talking.
How many times
Depends
do I
on the
have
plant, but yes.
Thank you. How many times do I have to tell you that this happens?
Wait,
This is not normal.
it might be my hangover talking, but I think you, I just points at Glimmer, are talking about some mystical woo-woo stuff about everything having a inner life.
Yes.
I'm talking about plants that actually speak actual fucking words.
What?
That's awesome.
Yes.
No.
I'm also talking
That's not
about
good.
that.
Why not? They're
That's not what
sentient plants.
do.
Sentient
Plants
plants?
don't talk.
Awesome. I can communicate with sentient plants. This is great.
Why is everyone acting like this is new? I've been able to do this for years.
But Mimsy is talking about plants that not just you can communicate with, but everybody can.
Plants that speak common.
Yes. Not
Like,
plantish.
it's normal to talk to animals, but plants don't usually talk black.
Mimsy,
Some of them do.
the Drow, Obsidian City. What do you know?
They're good
Please,
people.
Please.
Wait, did you say they're good people?
Yeah, they're ornery people, but they're good people.
Oh.
We should avoid them. They'll put up with me, but they don't like outsiders.
Oh.
That's fair.
We don't wish for conflict. We will deal with conflict. That said, how familiar are you with Warforged?
I mean, I know those two guys are Warforged.
Good eye.
Not that hard to pick out. Most people don't walk around looking like tanks.
It's the beard. It always throws me off.
I will say it's the first bearded one I've seen.
It's a new acquisition.
Of the 42 that came back. No, let me stop. We might be able to do things that shock or surprise you.
I might be able to do things that will shock and surprise you.
Okay, I'm good. You said you were drunk. You're not drunk anymore. Is this going to be a problem?
I don't drink when I'm working.
Well, you drink water, right? Because that's kind of important.
I don't drink alcohol when I'm working, dog.
I'm not a
Her name
dog
is
right
Dell.
now.
Aren't you a dog right now?
Nope.
No.
I had to go back to Goblin.
She had to be a goblin to do lesser
Yeah.
restoration.
I was.
Why are you coming out of retirement?
Because I was probably going to walk into the jungle and let something eat me in 3-4 days. Your friend here made me think maybe I have something I can do before that happens.
Look at me saving lives.
Better than taking lives.
Not often I get to say that.
Yeah.
Ooh, what did I get into?
Do you have somewhere to stay tonight?
I have a place.
Not the
I'm not
alley.
homeless.
Okay.
Alley was a place for some pleasant little drink by myself. That's not where I live.
You said that drinking isn't a problem while we're working. Is that where you're going to go when we come back?
What do you mean?
To the bottle.
I don't know. I'll have to see where I am when we come back.
Okay.
Last trip left me at a low point. I'm hoping this will be different. If it's not, it will confirm that I really should just find my way to the end.
I hope we'll prove you wrong.
You damn bastards have given me hope.
Very good. I'm hungry.
Let's go see if the jungle eats us. It'll be fun.
Tomorrow, I have not had dinner. Thank you.
Ooh, food.
And I will like wave down the person.
Mimsy, you hungry? These two don't eat, so we'll have extra food.
I'm still mostly full of what's essentially just liquid now. But I need to pay some people off and get myself together, so I'll meet you all here in the morning.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And she'll shove herself up from the table, hop down off the chair, and stomp out much more steadily than she came in.
I think she's gonna be a good fit.
Yeah.
She certainly has more character than the other one.
Well, she did say he was boring, so.
He was not
Very
wrong.
boring.
Did he give you any information that's useful?
Other than the fact he would have charged 3 times her asking price, no.
The 3 times also included all of the supplies as well as manpower, carts, horses.
We did learn, though, there are bandits and wandering groups of giants in the area.
Oh.
So
So
there
there
will
are
be
still
threats.
giants.
Other than the local wildlife, there will be some existential threats.
So same as every day?
It seems as if both are rightfully looking to avoid conflict, but the Barash indicated that the Drow are only interested in violence, and so hearing a differing opinion that might help us avoid conflict is beneficial. I have no concerns about needing wagons and horses and other supplies. So hopefully this will be fine. For now, let's just enjoy a good meal before we are surviving off of berries for a while.
Rations. Oh, that reminds me. And I hop up from the table for a moment and run over to the innkeep and ask them if they have a recommendation on what to hunt. What's good hunting in the area. Something
Oh, we
akin to
forgot
like
to ask that, yeah.
a rabbit, a hare, a fox, something like small.
I mean, our guide might know that too.
Yeah, true. No, she's coming with us.
I wouldn't say that there's one specific thing. Anything small enough you can take it down.
None of it's gonna be like covered in poison or anything.
Some things will be poisonous. Some things will be venomous. Some things will taste really, really bad. Some things will taste really, really good.
Right. So the answer is you don't know.
The answer is that there is so much stuff out there in such variety that it's impossible to give you a simple, easy answer.
We are in the land of plenty. All right. Thank you. And I go back to the table and sit down. I'm going to have a conversation with Mimsy about hunting.
That was fun times. I love that, like, Glimmer's like, we should go back and confer, and Lyra's like, hired.
Lyra doesn't know.
I know.
Zero idea.
I think it just highlights different, like, points of view and outlooks very much.
I was fully expecting Glimmer to, like, hit me upside the head when I called her grandma.
Oh, about what you just said, that is actually big business around here at the ERs. All the college kids come in for their saline treatments.
So, when I was working EMS, it was just before, because there was a point, like a series of like 3 to 4 years where there was a saline shortage.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it was like super unethical, was because like it cost us money. And like I mean, given we made shit money, I was making $7.50 an hour, and given our shifts were 24 or 48 hours, so I made okay money over that time. And there were days where it's like, oh no, I'm gonna transport someone to get dialysis, and that was the only thing I did in 24 hours. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they were much worse days.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were plenty of days where it's like people would come in on off shifts, like call a friend, and a friend would take someone to the office, and they just hook them up, and it was cool.
Yeah. No, like around here, even like the high school athletes get regular saline treatments just because. It's so weird.
That's insane to me.
Yes, it is insane.
I mean, at the same time, like I was an EMT -B, and we were not allowed with our training to port someone, but we learned how. There's a lot of gray in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
Are we cool to take like a 5-minute or something?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how much more we can get
or yeah, however we want to do it. I just would like a bio sometime in the next 30 minutes or something. However we want to make this work.
If you get much further, I think we have a chance of getting into combat and things like that. Like, we can fast forward to the next morning and then set out. I think that's where we call it for the session.
So we can always just call it before we set out too, so that way
even
time's
fine.
When we start again.
If we have an early night, I'm also not going to complain about that. Like, however it plays out. Yeah.
Technically, I've just lost an hour of sleep, so if we finish early, I'm okay with that.
Doesn't that feel great?
I have like random stuff planned for the journey and all that, but like anything that we hit is going to take probably at least an hour to get through.
Okay.
Then, like, I'm not opposed. Like I said, I'm not opposed to calling it early. So, either way, I just wanted 5 minutes. But if we want to call it, I'm also okay. So. Yeah,
I think that it's probably best if we just call it now, and we'll pick up with meeting Mimsy in the morning next week.
Ruby.
This bitch is gonna.
I was gonna say the name Mimsy reminds me of the female witch from Sword in the Stone, and I don't know if that was actually. Oh,
Madam Mim.
That's what it was. I was like, I didn't think it was exactly the same, but for some reason, that's what it queued up in my brain.
So
love it.
It was my 3rd apartment with Melissa, and we still just had Maya. We had our one Aussie, and our downstairs neighbor had a Yorkie named Mimsy, and she was the only Yorkie that I've ever met who was not the shittiest dog ever. Mimsy was the most adorable and sweetest dog ever. She, like, we'd get home and she'd like rush out because she was good enough where they could keep their back door open. And she would rush out to meet us and be so excited, and then they'd call Mimsy, and she would just go right back on. Like, it was fine. It was fine. Best dog
amazing.
Ever. Only Yorkie who wasn't the shittiest little dog ever.
Yeah, because usually those guys are like mean.
Yeah, there was our second apartment. Maya did not actually like Mimsy because our second apartment, there were 2 Yorkies, catty corner downstairs to us, and they wouldn't keep them on leashes, and one of them attacked Maya.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
Lame.
All right, tonight was actually awesome. Given
Yeah.
no combat, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back. I'm sorry I couldn't do last week. When our rehearsal finished, it was nearly 10 p.m. and we started at, well, some of them had started at 9 a.m. that morning. We were exhausted, and I think the last 2 hours of it, most of us had succumbed to mania, which was great for certain scenes, especially when I'm playing an absolute psychopath as a character. But I got home, I had a coffee with me, I got a Starbucks on the way home. Even though I planned to sleep, I still needed something for energy, and I got about halfway through it and fell asleep and woke up the next morning with very cold white mocha all over me.
Oh.
Gross.
Yeah. So I was gone last week. I just woke up
Fair
the
enough.
next morning and saw, oh, they're level 10.
Yep. Fair enough. All right.
Alright, so good to be back.
All right. Good job, everyone.
Bye.
All right,
Night, guys.
Have a good night.
Night. All right, and that's gonna be it for me tonight. I'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern. I'll be back raiding with Edamame Enterprise. We'll be working on more heroic bosses. Just trying to plow our way through them. And then Thursday at 9 we'll be raiding with Relentless. Next Saturday we'll be right back here. So, I will see you on Tuesday, but until then, as always, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out, and have a great night.